If you're fascinated by real-life mysteries and unsolved crimes, you're in for a story that will keep you up at night. This is the kind of case that true crime fans can't stop thinking about. The kind that leaves you with more questions than answers, and a lingering sense of unease. Danielle Houchins was just a teenager, full of life and dreams, when her world was shattered in a way that no one could have predicted. Her life was brutally cut short, and to this day, nobody has ever been brought to justice for her murder. The pain of her loss still echoes through her family and the community. Let's unravel this chilling mystery together. Danielle was only 17 years old, living in a quiet, close-knit town in the Midwest, a place where everyone knew each other and crime was almost unheard of. She was a typical teenager with friends, hobbies, and plans for the future. Her disappearance sent shockwaves through the town, changing it forever. On the night she vanished, Danielle was last seen leaving a friend's house, just a few blocks from her own home. It was a route she'd walked countless times before, a path that should have been safe. But that night, something went terribly wrong. She never made it home. The next morning, her body was discovered in a wooded area on the outskirts of town. The news spread quickly, and panic gripped the community. Parents kept their children indoors, and neighbors looked at each other with suspicion. The sense of safety that had defined the town was shattered in an instant. What makes Danielle's case so haunting, even decades later, is the sheer lack of answers. Detectives pored over every detail, but the clues just didn't add up. The case quickly went cold, leaving investigators frustrated, and the community desperate for closure. There were no signs of robbery. Her wallet and personal items were found at the scene, untouched. There was no clear motive, no evidence of a struggle that could point to a suspect. It was as if the killer had vanished into thin air, leaving behind only heartbreak and confusion. Forensic teams collected DNA evidence, hoping for a breakthrough. But the DNA never matched anyone in the system, and the technology of the time was limited. Over the years, advances in forensic science have brought hope, but so far, the evidence has led nowhere. The killer's identity remains a mystery. Witnesses reported seeing a suspicious car near the area that night, a dark sedan with out-of-state plates. Police searched for the vehicle, but it was never found. Was it a stranger passing through or someone who knew Danielle? The question still haunts investigators. Over the years, rumors have swirled through the town. Some whispered about a possible serial killer targeting teens in the region, while others believed someone in the community was hiding a dark secret. Old newspaper clippings and schoolyard gossip only fueled the speculation, making it even harder to separate fact from fiction. Despite national attention and countless tips, every promising lead eventually fizzled out. Suspects were questioned, but none were ever charged. Detectives came and went, each hoping to be the one to finally solve the case, but Danielle's killer remained elusive. Every year, Danielle's family gathers for a candlelight vigil, marking another anniversary without answers. They place flowers at her memorial, share memories, and plead for anyone with information to come forward. Their hope for justice has never faded, even as the years slip by. So, what really happened to Danielle Houchins? Was she the victim of a random act of violence, or was her killer someone she knew and trusted? The case remains open, with investigators still reviewing old files and chasing down new leads whenever they appear. Was it a random act, a crime of opportunity, or something far closer to home? Could the answer lie with someone who has managed to keep their secret all these years, or is the truth buried somewhere in the evidence, just waiting to be uncovered? Now it's your turn. What do you think happened to Danielle Houchins? Drop your theories below. Could you be the one to unravel this cold case? Maybe together we can finally bring justice to Danielle and her family.